Let's move on to next question of this paper, that is question number 10. It is about limit x approaching to 0, some function is given. 4 options are there whether the limit exists or not. If exists, what's the value? See, when you say x is approaching to 0, mod x may create a problem, but this greatest integer x will definitely create a problem. Let's check out the left hand limit and right hand limit for this function. When you talk about left hand limit of the function, that is limit h approaching to 0, and here you are going to substitute 0 minus h for x. On substituting, you can see tan pi sine square h divided by h square, this can be separated, plus next term is limit h approaching to 0 mod x minus sine x greatest integer x whole square divided by x square. Here we are going to put 0 minus h. So, this gives us h minus sine, this becomes minus h into minus 1, that is simply h whole square divided by h square. This is clear. Now, on expanding it, you can see tan pi sine square h, this is simply we can write as 0 by 0 form, right. So, here you can multiply and divide by pi sine square h. What is the result? When you multiply and divide this term here by pi sine square h and pi sine square h, what you observe? Sine square h upon h square is 1, tan pi sine square h upon pi sine square h is 1. So, the result is simply pi. On the other hand, this one, when you put this h square inside, it is simply 1 minus 1, that is 0. So, the result is pi from left hand side. Moving to the right hand limit, that is you are going to put 0 plus h for x. When you substitute 0 plus h, let us see how it is changing. First term not going to make any difference because of being square. So, let us write down tan pi sine square h upon h square. Next, then you have limit h approaching to 0. Now, mod x meaning simply h, and when you substitute here 0 plus h, this greatest integer will become simply 0. When this becomes 0, so you have simply h whole square upon h square. So, the result is pi plus 1 this time. You can see pi plus 1 and pi, these two are not equal. So, the limit of the function does not exist. So, this case the correct answer is option number 4. So, as we observed that left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. So, clearly the limit of the function does not exist. Let us move on to the next question of this paper, that is question number 11. A matrix is given such that A transpose is I3, that is they are saying it is orthogonal matrix. Now, then mod P is, let us try this question. A into A transpose is I3. So, let us write down A first, 0 2q r, p q minus r, p minus q r. This is A. Now, A transpose, that is 0 p and p, 2q q and minus q, r minus r and r. Now, just multiply these two matrices to get the result for it, as this is equal to I3, correct. We can write I only. This is equal to, when you multiply you find 0 plus 4q square plus r square over here, right. Next, multiplying first row and second column, you have 0 2q square minus r square. Moving ahead, you have 0, then minus 2q square and then plus r square is equal to I3. Moving to the second row, this has 0 plus 2q square, then minus r square Moving ahead, p square plus q square, and you have plus r square as well, right. Third one, this is p square minus q square minus r square. Then you have 0 minus 2q square plus r square, p square minus q square minus r square, and last element is simply p square plus q square plus r square. Now comparing the terms in different cells, we have the result with us 4q square plus r square is equal to p square plus q square plus r square is equal to 1 from the diagonal entries. Otherwise, we have 2q square minus r square is 0 from these ones, or this one or this one. Also, we have this term is equal to p square minus q square minus r square. So, if I go with the first two, I have the result with me, r square cancelled, that means p square is equal to 3q square. Similarly, from this one I have r square is equal to 2q square. Now, put p square as 3q square, r square as 2q square over here, you get the value for q square. What is that? 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6, q square is 1, q square is 1 by 6. Put the value back to get p as 1 by 2 for p square. So, p square is obtained as 1 by 2. Question is find mod p. So, mod p is simply 1 by root 2. So, let us write down the correct answer is option number 4. I am sure this is clear. Let us move on to the next question of this paper. Two circles with equal radii are intersecting at the point 0, 1, 0, minus 1. The tangent at the point 0, 1 to one of the circles passes through the center of the other circle, right. Then the distance between the centers of these circles. Let us plan this question first by drawing two circles. Let us say this is the first circle and here be the second circle. These are the two circles of equal radii intersecting at 2 points. Now, we can make common line like this. Now, this point is given to me as say 0, 1 and this point is given to me as 0, minus 1. It is also given in this question that one of the tangent is passing through the center of the other. When one is passing through the center of the other, then clearly the second is also passing in the same manner. When such a situation is there, you find a right angle triangle, that circles are intersecting orthogonally. Now, we can finally conclude that this total length is 2 units. This is clear. When this length is 2 units, meaning this length is 1 unit, this is 1 unit. When this is 90 degrees, so this remaining angle is 45 degree. When this angle is 45 degree, then this length is also 1, meaning this is also 1. So, what is the distance between the centers? Distance between the centers is clearly obtained as 2 units. So, correct answer for this question is option number 4. Directly we can conclude after drawing the figure. Let us move on to the next question of this paper.